Spoon?
How did it happen?
You always use a spoon. Do you want to use the spoon, Daddy?
A spoon could work.
Spoon could work, yeah.
How did that happen, Matt? How did that powdered sugar get on the floor?
On this ride, it could rain or it could be blue skies. Either way, baby, we'll be alright. Wherever we go, I gotta know you know you're the only one I want sitting in the shotgun side on this ride.
Matt, how did that happen?
I just spilled it.
You spilled it? On accident or on purpose?
On purpose. On accident.
How come yesterday we had this problem with the brown sugar?
What?
How come yesterday we had the same problem with the brown sugar? And what did we talk about with this? Was it a good choice or bad choice?
Bad choice.
Yeah. So we start making good choices when it comes to the pantry?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I mentioned a little bit that we're going to be remodeling the barn again. Not the side where people stay now, but on the back side where which is currently in storage. Today the dumpster arrived. That's a positive thing. And I wanted to show you inside kind of a preview of what the plan is here. The plan is to have this be an apartment. And we just have like Christmas stuff in here now. But you can see it's not a very big space. It's not big at all, but we want to do a small apartment with like a little kitchen and a bath. And we have this kind of marked up where this is a wall. This will be a closet here. This will be closed in. The front door will be here. And this will be a laundry room. This will be the bath. You can barely see the lines on the ground, but this will be the bathroom. Then I'm standing in the kitchen. There's a little line here where the counters will be. Window above the sink, I believe. And there will be another door here that goes into the other space that we could lock. If there's one family there and one family here, we could lock the middle door so they could have privacy on each side. Or we could open it up. If it's a big family, we should be able to sleep like 15. Or we could do like a youth group or something like that. And so you'll walk in here and this will be bunk beds. We could sleep as many as we can. So once again, not a big space if you think about it, but just right. And then the wall will be here, and we'll keep this door, and on the other side, this will just be a storage area. So that stuff will just kind of stay here. So yeah, I think the process begins now. I don't know. We're hoping it's going to be finished by Thanksgiving-ish. So that'll be cool. And we're just trying to be good stewards of this land, and we have used that other side. I mean, it's been crazy. People from all over the world. We've had people from Africa a family from Africa stay in there. We've had people from all over the U.S. stay in there, and it's been surprising at how many people have stayed in this barn. And so now we're like, well, we should use the other side too, and just maybe the Lord will just keep people. And every time someone stays, they're like, that this was whatever the reason for the trip, we've been so relaxed while we're here. So that's great. And if we could just continue to be a resource of that, and it'll also allow, like, if we have, say, a pastor or a missionary staying here, then the other side will be open for, like, my mom if she wants to come. So yeah, it's exciting stuff. So I'll keep you informed on this. How's the progress of the cleanup going?
How can I clean this? I can't clean this for a long time.
That's going to take you a long time.
You might have to sleep in here, baby.
You're going to be in here for a while.
I know that you did this on purpose because you came in here and closed the door behind you.
What's up, everybody? So Lincoln's in the house. Just got home from school. Amber is with Mav picking up London at volleyball practice, and we're gonna eat dinner here in a little bit. And I came out here to tell a story, something that happened a few weeks ago, and I've been wondering. I thought, sometimes things like this happen, and I think about the Smiths. And I think about sharing it, and then but I also want time to go by from something that's bad. Like what happened actually is terrible, and so I want to share it, but I want to be sensitive to those involved. But you guys have taken this journey with me for a long time. I think this started in February of 2019. So this channel is going to be going on 7 years in a few months, and through that, you guys have taken this journey, and so I want to take you back to during my music touring days, and you can remember that the kind of the rhythm of this channel was Amber is at home and I'm on tour, and she's going through stuff with the kids and filming it, and then it switches to me, and I'm somewhere on tour with the guys. And you can remember that rhythm. I was on Wildflower, the bus, and so many episodes were on Wildflower. And then the bus parked right next to us. The name of that bus was Montana. That was the band bus. And so you can remember that was all of our production meetings where we prayed before every show. And I would usually walk over there with the camera. It was the black bus, and we'd get on there with the guys, and we would have our production meetings, and we would have our discussions before the show. Then we would walk from that bus onto the stage, and you guys took that journey on this channel hundreds of times. Well, I got word recently that bus burned up, and you can see here a little bit of it. It caught fire, and the bus is totaled. It's gone, and the fire was so intense that it blew out the front windshield, and it blew the slide out completely out, like from the pressure. Everyone is out. There was no injuries. Everyone was safe. But things like this happen so fast that the band, I heard the story from the guys that took them, they recognized that the fan clutch locked up, and so the engine overheated. This would be a driver's error, by the way. It's not one of my old drivers. Fan clutch locked up, and the driver didn't catch it in time, and the engine caught fire, overheated, and by the time they realized it, they pulled over. This was early in the morning, and they had 30 seconds to get out. That's literally how fast before the bus would explode, essentially. Being a touring musician, this was always one of the nightmares. I mean, it was such a nightmare for all of us and people that would come on the road to as a guest. it was such a nightmare that it took years. It took a decade, of sleeping on buses before you finally just come to the realization in your mind, like, if it happens, it happens. And so eventually you don't think about it anymore because you just recognize if it happens, it happens. So it happened. Here is the front lounge, the place where we spent, so much time, production meetings and so much time, together as a band in London and Lincoln and Maverick and River. Here's the front lounge. You can see just the devastation. And then the bunk lounge. Many times I slept in this bunk lounge if Wildflower was down. You could see the bunks just gone, people sleeping right there. Had to immediately get out. And it's crazy. In fact, Ant-Man texted me. So Ant-Man sent me this. This is a picture of that Ant-Man took of us praying in that front lounge that's now completely destroyed. There's another picture. It's Amber in London, just relaxing in that front lounge. There's another picture of us, me, Chris, John Marlin. You see, like, that pristine lounge, just gone. So I was thinking about this, and it was tough, and I was talking to Bull about it because it was a lease company that he heard from, that he knew where Wildflower and Montana are. Montana is now no more. So he texted me those pictures. I was actually in church when that message first came in. So it was early on a Sunday morning, and I didn't think about it a lot. I saw the devastation, and I was distraught for that band, and just the kind of the memories of that bus, knowing how well we took care of that bus, how well the Lord used that bus to preserve us. So many memories, and now it's gone, right? Including so many memories right here on this channel. So I didn't think about it for a couple days until one day I thought, who was the band? Like, it's the first time I thought about that. And I looked it up and I found the news article about it. And it says this: at 6 a.m., the band crew were jolted awake as their tour bus burst into flames. Trapped behind the locked door, the singer screamed for help before being pulled to safety. Within 30 seconds, the entire bus was engulfed. The band lost everything, including all gear, personal items, and tonight's show in Madison, Wisconsin has been canceled. Despite the chaos, the singer says that they are eager to get back on the road. And then the statement goes on to say, from a quote from the singer, "We all got off immediately, and within 30 seconds, the entire bus was engulfed in flames, starting right where I was laying down." So the fire started in the back. The singer was back there, locked behind the locked door, which was a sliding door, and so that it's an air door. It makes it very difficult to open when the air is lost. So the singer's back there. The fire starts in the engine, which is right behind the singer, and the flames come up from below the bed where the singer is laying. Right. This is crazy stuff. And I start to research this singer, who I hadn't heard of before. But his name is Kim Dracula. I'll show you. This is Kim Dracula with his crown of thorns and his paint on his face. So I kind of reflected on this. I have absolutely no problem going public and saying the name of the band and telling the story. And this is all public knowledge. The story I found online, the picture of the crown of thorns and him in it. It is a him named Kim. I have no problem going public because it's all public information. But I do think it's interesting that Kim Dracula, with songs called, like, there's a song called Heretic, and it's talking about summoning demons into the song, into the music, and the demons are chanting, "We can't save you." Thinking about him in that back lounge as the flames are coming, and he's screaming, says, that's what the news article says, he's screaming for someone to save him. A man who sings lyrics of demons saying, "We can't save you." And on the stage is black, and they have a red burning cross behind their stage. And this is the crown of thorns that he wears on these promo pictures. It's not without irony that he's on a bus where we had prayed so many times, that the Lord used in such a profound way in my life to bring me to where I am now, to deliver me where I am now. And then, in the Lord's kindness, after being mocked, God will not be mocked. And he deals with people in one of two ways, justice or mercy. And justice is what we deserve, and mercy is unmerited favor. And by this gracious mercy, the Lord then preserves Kim Dracula, for a little bit longer, for a time. And I think about this, and I prayed with Amber, may the Lord use the heat of that fire and the terrifying memory of the screams. May he use that to haunt this man's dreams, where he could no longer sleep at night because he's thinking of those flames coming up through the couch from which he laid. So much so that the haunting so much drives him to a place where he's in utter surrender and repentance. And the Lord would save him through that repentance by a saving faith in Jesus, the very person that he mocks with his crown of thorns, as to become now a public display of repentance and a full circle moment, all because of a fire on the back of a tour bus that we used to ride in all across the country. It's interesting, right? That's the story I wanted to share. I don't know anything more than that. But I wanted to share it with you guys because you've been on this journey. So, yeah. Christ is King.
On this ride.